right, welcome everyone to our Super Wednesday, July 8th, Olynation opportunity call. This one here has a flavor of health and wealth at the same time, all right? And we have wow, what a lineup of speakers we have here tonight. We're going to be starting the call with Anna, who's going to talk a little bit about the first part of this equation because it's also just as important. I'll talk about the second part of the equation. Afterwards, we're going to bring on JR, who is M3, Anna, by the way, M4, Luigi M5. So, like, not that it means something, but it does mean that, we have a little bit of an idea of what we're doing, how to get there, right? JR M3 on his rising star, and of course, we have the highest ranked people in Oli Nation here tonight, which is Tuan and Van, who are just crushing it all over the world. But we'll let them talk about that a little bit after. So, without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. Take out your first slide, Anna, and it's going to be all yours. Share.
Definitely not that one.
Don't worry.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Luigi, and welcome everybody to this amazing call. It's a new call that we're doing with a deck that we all absolutely love and we're so proud of. And before we kick things off, I just want to give everybody here such a huge welcome, especially our amazing guests. So thank you for inviting all of the people who are here for the very first time, because it's, I believe it's just very rare in our lives that we get to be at the right place at the right time with the right product and company that is just absolutely disrupting the space in such an exciting way. Today, you are going to hear from not just leaders, but absolute visionaries. You guys are in such luck tonight. We are all so blessed to have Van and Tuan with us. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Matt, you did an incredible job welcoming everybody. And honestly, it is an honor to open up this call today. So we are here, all of us are here because we are passionate. We are on fire. There's something that happened in Anaheim that took us from building teams to building a family. And I just have to say that right now because we have family from all over the world that are joining us now. 187, Matt, you said that we could push it to 200. I reckon by the time the video that I'm about to play finishes, we're going to be at 200. So keep inviting your guests, guys, because this really is something special. And I believe that we are changing not only the health and wellness space, not only the wealth and generational wealth space, but also the space where we're all on a mission, right? We're all here for a purpose. And finally, every single one of us here have found a purpose that is worth going all in on. And I know that's how I feel. My husband, Asher, we are just all in on this. And every single one of you are giving everything you have. And there's a reason for it. So without further ado, many of us have heard of the word frequency. We are standing on the shoulders today of something that has been hidden, in a sense, for decades from us. But what we're about to learn on this video is this is not new. And the spectacular opportunity to bring this to the world is about to become very, very obvious. So Luigi, without further ado, let's play the video. I'll meet you on the other side and I'll explain more.
This is the raw documented timeline of PEMF. Pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. Not pills, not scalpels. Controlled signals of energy that speak the body's own electrical language. A technology so aligned with nature, it was hidden in plain sight, sidelined, overlooked, and pushed to the margins as modern medicine turned toward chemicals and machines. But the timeline reveals everything. 1880s, Tesla unleashes the spark. Nikola Tesla steps onto the world stage and demonstrates something mind-blowing. High-frequency electromagnetic energy can flow through the human body without harm. Cells respond instantly. Tissue comes alive. He proves the body isn't just chemical, it's electrical at its core. The scientific world is electrified. Then mainstream medicine shifts toward drugs and surgery, and the entire field of electrotherapy is quietly pushed into the shadows. Tesla's vision? Buried for decades. 1950s to 1960s, the Cold War Shadow War. While the West bets everything on blockbuster drugs, the Soviet Union and Eastern Bloc turn PEMF into frontline hospital medicine. Fractures heal at astonishing speeds. Tissue rebuilds itself. Cosmonauts carry the technology into orbit to survive the brutal, bone-wasting void of space. The data is overwhelming. Yet in the West, governments and medical institutions label it fringe. The research fades from view. The 7.83 Hertz-Schumann resonance, Earth's own low-frequency electromagnetic backdrop, remains one of the most intriguing signals in the story. 1979, the moment the establishment cracks then. 1979. The FDA clears a PEMF device for a specific bone healing use. A breakthrough technology now has a place inside clinical medicine. The silence is shattered. Bones that doctors called impossible suddenly heal. The world gets its first public proof. Pulsed electromagnetic fields can influence biology in powerful ways. 1980s to 2000s, the space age recovery frontier. But the real revolution is happening above the planet. In space, astronauts lose up to 2% bone and muscle every single month. NASA pours millions into advanced research and explores PEMF among the technologies tied to recovery and repair. Their patents add fuel to the fascination. Cellular repair draws fresh scientific attention. Recovery signals intensify. Tissue repair pathways become impossible to ignore. Years later, the technology begins drawing wider attention back on Earth. 2011, the leap that opened a new chapter in oncology. 2011. Building on PEMF's electromagnetic foundation, Tumor Treating Fields earns FDA approval for the deadliest brain cancer known. The same principles that heal bone now disrupt cancer cell division at the microscopic level. No chemicals, no radiation. Just precise frequencies changing the game while patients live their lives.
These are Robert's MRIs, again, under only TT field treatment. This is a therapy that takes time to work. It's a medical device. It works when it's on. But what we can see is by month 6, the tumor has responded and it's begun to melt away. It's still there. By month 12, we can argue whether there's a little bit of material around the edges, but it's essentially completely gone.
The timeline just went nuclear. Today, the veil is lifting for everyone. Now the timeline reaches you. PEMF is studied and used across orthopedics, rehabilitation, pain management, sports recovery, and the exploding frontier of cellular regeneration. Clinics, athletes, homes. The same force once explored in elite research settings and echoed in the Earth's natural electromagnetic environment is finally available. The old skepticism, cracking. The silence, ending. This is the hidden timeline of life itself. They tried to bury it. Institutions stayed quiet. The medical world looked the other way. But PEMF is not alternative medicine. It is one of the oldest and most fascinating bioelectric ideas in medicine. The Earth's own electrical code, now in your hands. The secret your body has been waiting for. This is the raw, documented time.
Wow, guys, I hope that you love that video as much as we all love it. And if anything, it should just tell us all that this is an idea whose time has come. And this little timeline here just goes over the fact that none of us are here standing on the shoulders of woo-woo energy. We are here because this science has been now studied for decades, and finally, the most disruptive part of it, the exciting part of it, is it is now in the hands of everyday people just like us. But I got to tell you guys, you're going to hear about a company today that had the courage, that had the tenacity, that had the heart to bring this to the people in a way that we can finally access it in our own homes, and we can share it with people that we love, because honestly, we all deserve the healing and the activated living that PEMF and these incredible frequencies are bringing our world today. So let's have a look about why this is so freaking important. All right, guys. I'm pretty sure we've all figured out from that video that our bodies are actually electric, that they transmit electric currents with every thought, every heartbeat, and every emotion. And if you think about it, guys, we have no issues and haven't for decades to be diagnosed with frequencies, right? MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, ultrasounds, all that stuff will get diagnosed. But when it comes to healing and living, it's still mind-blowing that we're only just starting to use frequencies in those ways. Now, I wanted to show you something very cute just to prove that we are electric beings. And I want to thank Ricky Brandino because he supplied me with 10 of these energy sticks. I don't know if you guys have been seeing these amazing energy sticks that you can buy online. This is for kids, right? Kids do experiments on this to prove that we conduct electricity, our human body. So I'm holding one side, but I need to hold the other side to conduct electricity. Can you all see that? Light up. I can't get enough of that, I gotta say. We did an experiment in Anaheim, guys, where we stood in You with me?
Because we weren't seeing you because I was sharing the PowerPoint. You want to share one more?
Luigi, you're unmuted.
Sorry, I said I stopped sharing so you can show them, Anna, because you wanted everyone to see it there, so I stopped sharing. You want to show?
Oh, could you not see that on the little thing? Okay, so I'll do it again. So this energy stick that I got from Ricky Brandino in the States just a couple of days ago proves that we conduct electricity. If I hold one side, nothing changes. But when I take the other side, right, a human conducts voltage with every heartbeat and every sound, every feeling. When we stood in a circle with 20 or 30 of us in the room, guys, and we all held hands and only one of us had that energy stick, it was on. When one person disconnected from that circle, no more conducting voltage and frequency, which is so mind-blowing because as a human family, we're all completely connected by energy and by frequency. Anyway, I think it's a very, very cute and amazing way to see that we truly are voltage and electricity before we are biology, before we are chemical. Now, guys, this is important. And if you just go back just very, very quickly, Luigi, one thing I wanted to say about that. The reason why we are so dysregulated, guys, is because we are being bombarded by all of the negative frequencies. And we know this because we have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all of those mobile frequencies around us that dysregulate us. So what we're learning about today is the frequency that actually brings regulation and healing back. Next slide, please. Awesome. Now, what's really interesting, guys, is we have no problem still throwing the same things at our issues, whether they're physical or emotional. Supplements, medications, therapies, protocols, all of the treatments, and even the biohacks. And God forbid, surgery, invasive surgery, we're still using these tactics, and yet illness is on the increase. Something's missing, and I'm really excited that we get to open that today and talk about what that is, and that is frequency itself. Is everyone seeing the slides?
Yes.
Excellent, perfect. So guys, there is nothing more exciting than seeing under a microscope what it looks like before we receive these frequencies that we've evolved with over thousands of years, pulsed electromagnetic field, like the heartbeat of the earth. What is it like under a microscope before we've experienced receiving them versus after a P90 plus session? So let's hit that video. It's only really short and see what it looks like. And you can only imagine the ramifications. We're going on a bit of a journey here and there, but we are going to get there. Have a look at this, guys. Before, that's blood. That's red blood cells under a microscope. Thank you, Katrina. You're probably on this call. You had the smarts to do a blood test before and after. Look at it stuck together like that. Not a lot of oxygenation, not a lot of detoxification. And then look at this, guys. 20 minutes after a PEMF session that every single one of us can now have in the home every single day. And so the knock-on effect, guys, of something like that is absolutely massive. We call it disruption. Why? Because every single cell in our body is an energy pack, is a battery pack, and every tissue operates on voltage. And all of the science and the studies is already being done to prove that when we get the cellular recharge, that we're happy to recharge our phones and our computers at the end of the day, but when our human body receives that recharge, the most amazing things start to happen. And you're going to be hearing stories about that just later on. Now, guys, what's really, really cool is that when we talk about access to pulse electromagnetic field and frequencies that change our lives every single day, we're not talking about just one product. We're talking about the availability of an ecosystem of innovation that is in our home now and impacting different aspects of our health and well-being. And these products that you're seeing in front of you now are not only for the elite. They're not only behind the closed doors of expensive sessions at clinics or hospitals, but these are now available in our home. The next video is taking us into the future so you can get a glimpse of how we're able to integrate all of this into our daily life.
You've about to watch a video sharing the science of activated living. You now understand why frequency healing matters and why reconnecting with the signals your body evolved with unlocks your greatest potential in wellness, performance, and how gracefully your body ages. The next question is, how do you bring activated living into your everyday life? Understanding the science is one thing. Having access to the tools designed specifically to close your frequency gap is your next step. For decades, frequency healing technology was confined to research labs and elite performance centers. It worked, but it wasn't accessible to the average person. That changed when Olly Life made it their mission to bring frequency healing technology to everyone. Olly Life represents a lifestyle focused on advanced wellness technologies that help recover more quickly and perform at their highest potential every day. Founded in 2022, they've expanded into more than 150 countries, earned 167 global patents, and are generating over $80 million per month in documented revenue. Growth like that happens when technology genuinely transforms lives. Think of Olly Life like Apple. Apple created an ecosystem that changed how we live, work, and activate. Olly Life is doing the same, not for devices in your hand, but for the frequency signals your biology depends on. Their engineering spans Germany, Sweden, Japan, and China. Every product is built for precision, safety, and certification. What they've created is the closest thing on the market to nature's missing signals: portable, accessible, and effective. This is why the Frequency Awakening partners with Olly Life. Their commitment to research, innovation, and integrity aligns with our mission. Let's explore what they've built, not as a product catalog, but as a family of tools designed to bring frequency healing into your everyday life. The device that sparked a global movement, the Terra P90. The P90 is a portable PEMF and terahertz system for daily rejuvenation. It recharges your cells, supports circulation, relaxes your nervous system, and brings your body back into balance. Compact and simple to use at home, in the office, or anywhere. For many, it's their first real experience of daily frequency healing. Olly Life didn't stop there. What emerged next is the most advanced portable frequency system in the world. The P90 Plus expands everything into a full-spectrum activated living tool. It combines PEMF, terahertz, and red light therapy with 2 specialty attachments. The Frost Age Beauty device uses RF and EMS frequencies to support collagen production, skin electricity, circulation, and long-term rejuvenation. A soothing, restorative facial experience powered by natural frequencies. The Revitalix Massager blends magnetic therapy, EMS, TENS, and red light to support muscle recovery, fascia release, scalp health, and deep cellular repair. People use it for relaxation, post-workout recovery, and restoring vitality wherever your body holds tension. With 20 adjustable intensity levels, a wireless remote, and a grounding foot pedal, the P90 Plus turns your home into a frequency-powered recovery center. In today's world, our eyes and nervous system need support. That's where the Galaxy One glasses come in. The world's first low-frequency eye care device using gentle light frequency patterns and low-frequency stimulation to calm your mind, relax your eyes, reduce strain, and bring your system into deeper coherence. Designed to support aging eyes and relief from natural visual changes, it supports recovery from blue light exposure and prolonged screen use, major stressors for your eyes and nervous system. By activating cells around your eyes and supporting healthier circulation, Galaxy One is used by many seeking support for cataracts, glaucoma, and macular degeneration. Its frequency-based stimulation supports tissue regeneration, improves circulation, reduces inflammation, and eases redness, puffiness, and dark circles. Sharper vision, calmer focus, faster cognitive recovery, peak performance at any age. For those who carry stress or tightness in muscle and fascia, the Vitality Wand, a frequency-powered fascia and mobility tool. It blends PEMF with ultra-long-wave energy and gentle thermal airflow to soften tight tissue, reduce inflammation, restore flexibility, and help your body feel fluid and open. When fascia releases, energy moves freely. When energy flows, vitality returns. One of Ollie Life's most transformative innovations, Shaken, the world's first frequency-powered metabolic support device. Shaken works with your body's natural patterns using vibration, low-frequency signals, and targeted frequency stimulation to support cellular flow, energy regulation, circulation, and restorative vitality. Non-invasive, easy to use, and supports reconnecting with your body's natural capacity for balance and renewal. As the frequency wellness industry grows, many companies lack the frequency strength, engineering standards, and certifications required to deliver physiological support your body responds to. In frequency healing, quality matters. Your biology needs signals strong enough and precise enough to make the difference you want to experience. This is why the Frequency Awakening partners with Ollie Life. Each device supports a different dimension of your activated living performance protocol, from energy and recovery, to relaxation and beauty, to mobility and metabolic health. Together, they form a frequency healing ecosystem you can use anytime, anywhere. You've now seen the science and the tools. You understand why frequency healing works and what's possible when you reconnect with the signals your body has been missing. But here's what matters most. This isn't about acquiring devices. It's about choosing a different way to live, where your well-being and performance isn't something you chase, it's something you activate. Where your body's greatest potential isn't something you manage, it's something you reconnect with. Where recovering and feeling energetic isn't a struggle, it's a natural state you return to. Your body isn't broken, it's simply waiting to be reconnected. With the right tools, that reconnection becomes part of your everyday life. The Frequency Awakening exists to support you in experiencing that shift, not through hype, not through pressure, but through access to the science, the tools, and the community that makes activated living possible. Your next step is simple. Step up to activated living. Welcome to the Frequency Awakening. You've about to watch.
Absolutely phenomenal. I love the word access. I think everybody here is just so lit up that we have finally the access to the technology and also an opportunity that is just changing thousands of lives around the globe right now. There is no better person to talk about our two biggest challenges as we shift gears than you, Luigi, building an amazing community all over the world that is speaking to these two challenges right now like never before. Go ahead, bringing you out.
Thank you very much, Anna, and great job. Like usual, you have a way with words, especially when we're talking about frequencies and the well-being of these devices. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten it up a little bit because I'm not going to take 10 minutes and JR, not 10 minutes. We're both going to take 5 minutes each. So I'm going to use 5 minutes just to share with you a little bit something. But before we do that, in the chat, I want to see number ones. How many new people do we have here today that are, I mean, you're new, you were invited to this call. Can you drop some number ones in the chat? All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we have new people in the chat. Well, this is why we're doing this call. It's for you. I really want you all to feel welcome, open arms, and like everything we've said until now is really because we're all in love with these products, rock stars. We are getting our results on results on results, and things are just amazing. Now, the second part of this, which is very short, is also opportunity because listen, the biggest things that people face in life is health and wealth. Like sometimes, I find it funny when people may state, like, well, wealth, it's not very important. Well, listen carefully. There's stats right now that if you look at the 50% of the poorest population on the planet and you take 50% of the wealthiest, well, I can tell you that the wealthiest lived an average of 7, 8 years more. So please don't tell me that wealth is not just as important as health. I have a good friend of mine many, many, many years ago who took his life because unfortunately he lost his house, his wife left him, so it had to do with money. So I'm not going to say that money's as important as health, but I'm just saying that the circle of life for me is very simple. It's health, it's financial stability, it's your family, your friends, and also your religious belief, whatever it may be. It's a circle, there's a harmony there. There has to be a balance in your life. So I think that wealth is just as important. That's why I'm going to talk about this just in 3 minutes. First of all, you want to get into something where there's a disruption, whether it's early tech adopters, whether it's Telsas, whether it's wellness devices. Hey, look at that. We're in that disruption with Holy Light. So that's the first thing that you want to do. The next thing that you want to also look for, especially in this day and age with all the uncertainty in the world, with all the challenges, no joining fees, no monthly or annual fees, no mandatory monthly auto ships, no point flushing mechanics, no pressure based selling, no recurring. Listen, you buy a device, it's yours. You're not the only one who, it's not like when you're buying a product-based company with an auto ship, you're the only one who's taking it. Here, it's like you can buy a device and everybody in your family can use it. And on top of that, whether you want to share it or not, even if you share it in 6 months to a year from now, you're still going to get paid because normally with normal projects, right? If you don't pay your auto ship, they kick you out. If they kick you out, you leave the community. Here, we have people on this call that have been following us for the last year and a half, and some of them just sold a couple of friends that they're still following us because we're part of something big. It's a family. There's something special happening here. So now, just before I get on to the last slide, is very important is this disruption and the state of the art products. Anna touched on them at the beginning. We saw some videos, so I won't go through them all, but it really is state of the art products that we have. And finally, like the company just on itself, uh, I had the pleasure of going to Asia with all the panelists here on this call. Amazing founders, amazing concept. They have their heart and their focus and their vision at the right place. It's not a kind of a company where you see the owners on stage making a powwow, trying to impress everybody. No, no, they don't care about that. All they care about is having great products at an affordable price with a good margin for the people that are actually sharing it to the world. So, welcome to Oli Life, dear rock stars. Now, I'm going to end on just one last slide. Everything is about timing. Well, I don't know if you're on this call, okay, and you want to be healthy, you're at the right place. If you want to be wealthy, I'm sorry. After 40 years, I'm 61. I started when I was 20. I've never seen something so lucrative unless you're trying to do something. Yeah, well, we won't get into that there, but unless you're trying to play a money game, if you want to play a real game, it doesn't get better than Holy Life. And if you're looking for now, whether it's $500 more a month, whether it's $1,000 more a month, whether you want to make $1,000 a day, or whether you want to make $10,000 a day, everything is in your grasp with this company in big ways. So the timing right now, look at that little star. You see that? Because they started 4 years ago. So, the growth a little bit, but now we're right at the beginning of an expansion, a global expansion. There's maybe 30,000 members outside of Asia on our team here because we're all part of Olynation. By the way, welcome everyone, Olynation, because I know there's a lot of teams from Team Prime, from Team Impact, and all the other teams. Because I encourage everybody to have their own team name. It creates a fraternity and it creates leadership. People need to see you as leaders too. So it's a great idea to have your own names and your own groups. But we're all part of Oli Nation. And right now, Oli Nation, that red star, is about to blow up the world. And you are all at that time of right timing with accelerated success. Finally, I want you to look at this slide, okay? Now, I could go over the comp plan. It would take me about 45 minutes for you to understand it. No, we're not going to do that tonight. I'm going to give you a simpler duplication. I want to know in the chat right now, and be honest, how much money would you need to be happy? Would it be 500 more a month, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000? What's your number to be happy? Write it in the chat. I want to see what kind of numbers we get here. Let me see some numbers here pop up. 100,000 a month? Yeah, that's reasonable. 5,000 a month? See? Not everybody's greedy. Some people would be happy with 5,000 a month. Well, listen. You can have 100,000 a month. You can have 200,000 a month. Our uplines are making 400. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that are talking next, but they're making a good chunk. The uplines on top of them are probably making 400,000 a month. And the one on top of that, 500,000. And that's all within just a couple of years, everyone. So I'm going to show you a way right now to make $935,000. And you're probably going to tell me, well, first of all, who would love to make $1 million in this group? Like, you really want to make $1 million? I guess everybody wants, but you don't know how to go about it. What if I told you that all you needed to do was get two people at $2,000? Now, why 2,000? Well, because if I look at my network, I find that a lot of people are joining with the P90 Plus and the Galaxy glasses or the Shaken. So that's 2,000, 2,005. And even the people that joined at 1,000 ended up buying another 1,000 anyways during the year. So I'd say that the average is about 3,000, but let's bring it down to 2,000. 2,000, you get started. Imagine you're getting products that benefit you and everybody in your family. And all you need to do is find two people that also want to make $1 million like you. I'm not talking about your mama. Your mama ain't going to find two people. I'm talking about getting two people like you that say, you know what? I'm going to run with this. I want to make that million. All right. Get two people. You just got your money back, half of your money back. Those two people, yeah, you got half of your money back with two sales. I mean, that's pretty insane. If those two people, you help them do the same thing as you just got your money back almost. After 8 levels down, if everybody only duplicated and got two people each, you just made $50,000. Now, 50,000, how long does it take? Well, it depends. If everybody does it each day, it would only take you 8 days. If everybody takes a week, it would take you 8 weeks with 2 months. Or it can take you 8 months. It's still worth it. It's more than the salary that people are working 50,000. 12 levels down at two people each, we're talking about 935. Now, we're going to get into something here that is life-changing stories. And what's important here is to understand that we know we talked about it since the beginning, eh? We're all here for the health, and that's the primary reason. But our wealth is also just as important, mentally, physically, spiritually, and everything. We want to give to our families. We love to travel. There's just so many beautiful things that you can do with money. But I want to bring on the next speaker, who's M3, who's just around the corner to M4, who has been my friend for many years, and I know he's an M7 already. I want you to talk a little bit. I mean, why are you excited? I mean, just about where you came from in California. Why people need to take this seriously. It's all yours, Jr.
Yeah, thanks, Luigi. Appreciate the introduction there. Anna, good job on the presentation there. And Luigi, we are at the right place at the right time. To keep things short, because I know we have other speakers, I've been in the industry of direct sales and network marketing now for over 11 years. I'm a seven-figure earner, actually, and it's actually thanks due to Luigi. He actually helped me make my first seven figures in the industry in a year. And funny enough, he calls me back in March of 2025 talking to me about PEMF. And at the time, I had no idea what PEMF was. I wasn't even interested in it. I thought these products were like Chinese products that didn't even work or anything like that. But I trusted him and I believed in the timing of this company, where this company's created about over 500 millionaires, I believe, in Asia. And now there's only one in North America. So talk about timing where we could be at the right place at the right time where it's not even saturated yet. So he calls me in March and he forces me to basically get in. I buy the machine and it comes and it gets delivered and it sits in my doorway, in my foyer for about 3 months. My wife gets mad at me. She's like, what the hell is this big box? Get it out of the way. And I finally open up the box and I figure, hey, you know what? My mother-in-law is 70 years old. She's got a whole bunch of health issues. I'll give her the product. I say, Mom, use this product, put your feet on it twice a day, drink lots of water. And I forgot about it for about 3 months. 3 months later, I go and follow up with her, and she's just like, I'm like, Mom, how's that machine working out for you? She's like, JR, I've lost 20 pounds, but that's not even the cool part. Check this out. She stands up and she walks back and forth to the washroom down the hallway. Normally, she has to use a walker. And I'm like, holy crap. Is that just because of this machine? She's like, yes, I haven't changed anything in my diet or my medicine or anything like that. I give it to my mom, my own mom. She has arthritis in her hand. She uses the machine. She's able to now hold heavy things or a cup of water in her left hand now because of this machine. I give it to my daughter. My daughter, she has foot pain due to badminton. She plays at a high level and her foot pain goes away. I'm like, holy crap, there's got to be something here. And so I start looking at the compensation plan and I realize how lucrative this compensation plan is compared to anything I've done before. In other companies, you need active status, you need to have a certain amount of volume, you need to keep your rank or whatever the case. In this compensation plan, you get paid the same way on your level one versus your level 1 million. So I start to get excited. And finally, I start promoting this October 20th of last year. And since then, October 20th of last year, this company has put over 100,000 US dollars into my bank account. Now I'm from Canada. That's like $1 million. Okay. I'm just kidding, but it's a lot. And I'm just freaking excited about the timing of this company where there's only one millionaire and they're on this call right now outside of Asia. We get to be the first ones in this. We get to be the pioneers of this in North America. And as pioneers, we take all the arrows, but we get all the land. One thing I want to leave you with is I was just in California last week with a lot of people on this call, and it was fire. Literally, everyone that was at the event got the belief, learned how to build this business, and now their teams are just exploding and they're helping their teams make money, which means they're also making money. So, the one thing I can leave you with is this: events are very important because people build your business, okay? And the events, the business will build your people. There are multiple events coming up, and I know Luigi and Tuan and Van are going to talk about it. Get your people there. I promise you, you will see your team explode. You will see your team make a bunch of money, which in turn will make you money as well. So thank you very much for having me on. Luigi, back to you, bud.
First of all, what do you mean? Thank you for having me on. I mean, I wouldn't dare go all the way to the top without you. Not in this one here. Yeah, we're getting ready, me and Jared, to organize a little Canadian tour. But like, listen, I encourage everyone on this call, all of Oli Nation, listen carefully, everyone. I'm creating a little Canadian tour for my team. I know that Anna's creating an Australian tour for her team. I mean, where are you? Can you do small little events where you are for your team? You don't have to be 5,000 people, 500 people. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money like Tuan and Van did for their event. You could actually rent a little place for $200, $300, $400, and hey, just have a screen there. Be able to play a laptop, a little microphone, a little stand. Or if you don't have a stand, just put a couple of beer cases and just stand on them. It doesn't really matter. But what's important is just have an event because you need to understand something. When you're doing a B-on-B one-on-one, that's fun. Hey, somebody comes over, you try the machine, you tell them your story, and there's this interaction, right? There's this communication between human beings. But when you do a grounding party at your house and you have 3, 4, 5, 6 people, it's even better. The feeling is even amplified. So imagine when you're doing small little events, even if there's 20 people, it's even more amplified, 50, even more amplified. So there's a lot of events happening with a lot of teams all over the world. Congratulations to everyone who's doing them. I know that I'm going to let Van and Tuan talk about the next Oli Nation event, but I also want to hear from them. Like, listen, there's a lot of excitement in Oli Nation right now. Things are just popping like crazy. I mean, I can imagine they're popping for them because they're popping for me and Anna. So I guess it must be popping for them too. But I want you to give us some nuggets tonight, Tuan and Van. Not just what you always say. I want you to inspire us. Like we're all excited. We're all hanging like by our tongues. After California, we want you to take that to the next level here tonight. Hi, Van and Tuan. We love you so much. Take it away.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
Congratulations. Yeah, well, if we can just share our thoughts about the event that just happened. For anybody that was in attendance, if you're in the audience or even in the panel section, did you guys all feel the energy in that room? It almost felt like the convention, it was designed to create the shift that needed to happen across Ollie Nation, that we were all working together. However, for whatever reason, the ones that all attended, I think we all looked around the room and realized, I love what you said earlier, Anna, is that before we get into biology and all that other stuff and that we are all energy, right? Before anything else. And I think that's what we felt in the room. I guess the way you presented it was the best description to explain how convention went for the team, was that we all realized it didn't matter our background, our experience, or lack of experience. The energy and the frequency wavelength that we were all on, it was all the same. And I think there was a level of respect leaving that convention for every single one of each other, and realizing that it didn't matter what our ranks were or how much money we've been able to make. It didn't make us greater than one another. The analogy that you guys did where you're all holding hands is that one is never better than the other. Without all of us collectively, that thing won't light up, right? So I think that was a great way to explain the energy of leaving convention. And yes, the team is on fire, but the team has always been on fire. I just think that convention took it to the next level. And so for Tuan and I, there's not really much that we can share with you guys. We'd much rather show you guys. And we're going to kind of kick into the back office, but we're not going to show you the actual number. And I will not take credit for this. we're going to credit Paul, and we just want to show you guys what the possibility could be if you focus on the simplicity of the build. And if you are brand new to this business, I want you guys to understand that whether you are brand new to network marketing for the very first time and you're just trying to figure it out, or maybe you're seasoned in the industry and you're fired up and you're like, man, I know what is possible because I hear the numbers of the company. I've met the people that have made the money, but I really just want to understand how is it possible. I'm not going to show you guys the income because this is being recorded, but I'm going to ask you guys of this pay plan because I see comments in here of people saying how lucrative it is and what they've been able to see. There's this component in our pay plan called the tier bonus. And I want you guys to interact in the comment section. How many tier bonuses do you think Tuan and I have created for ourselves in the last 12 months of engaging into this build? And the panelists, they know our income, they know what rank we're sitting at. So I want to hear it in the comment section. How many tier bonuses do you guys think exists in this organization that is over 25,000 people? Let me just give you that. How many times do you think we've tier
It
bonused?
could be anything. I mean, it's kind of a hard
I'm
question.
giving a number. There's 25,000 members in the team currently. How many times do you think Tuan and I have personally tier bonused in our organization? Okay, cool. All right. All right. So we're going to screen share with you guys real quick just so that you can see.
These numbers are all over. This is crazy.
Listen, if you want, Van, we can pause the video if you want to show us your numbers there.
No, no.
No, you guys are recording this. Okay, we're in our back office right now as we speak. And guys, we're going to show you this. We're going to show you the far left position. Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Hold on. Let me stop the screen share. Sorry. It logged us out. Hold on.
I
Give
was
me a
hoping she wasn't going to figure that out.
Okay, hold on real quick. I will get in there real quick. So I just, if you guys want to throw out a guess. So remember, our team is 25,000 members.
wait.
I know. I was trying to look at the numbers of what people are putting.
Okay.
Okay. So guys,
Give us a glimpse. Give us a glimpse.
No, we don't want to insinuate.
so we just want to share these numbers with you guys, okay? So this is our position, and we're gonna go far left, and we'll show you the depth of the deepest part of the tier bonus, if you understand this. If I can zoom in on this thing, how do you do that? There you go. 241 levels on the left side, okay? Now let's go to the right side. We are at, right, there you go, 134. So we tier bonused 134 times. But here's the thing. How many people, put it in the comment section, how many people do you think we recruited personally into this business to make it grow to 134 tier bonuses, which is not even that much because some of you guys were guessing that we tier bonus 5,000 times. But let me ask you guys this. Personally sponsored, hold on. How many people do you think we personally sponsored into the business? Okay.
So just to give you an idea for those that are new, it's impossible to sponsor uh beyond 134 people. So if you said, oh, you sponsored like 500 people, it's not possible because we only tier bonus 134 times.
Guys, do you see how short that is? I can't even count for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just know that the list is short. How many of you guys have a longer sponsor list than that shows number one? So the point of what I'm trying to say is that sometimes when you hear these crazy numbers of income, or you hear these big ranks, you sometimes think, wow, I have to be this major superstar. I have to have massive recruiting numbers. I have to be the it factor in order for this to work. And the reason why we wanted to share this with you guys is because when you think of our numbers, right? Olynation as a whole is now celebrating $36 million in total sales. And 25,000 plus members in the organization. But it wasn't because of Tuan and I, and it truly was never about Tuan and I. It was about the organization, but more importantly, it was about these products. You couldn't get to where the numbers are at if the product wasn't the hero. And why do I want to personally share that with you? Because I want you guys to grasp this concept that Tuan and I have recruited less than 20 people into this line, but the organization has exploded to over 25,000 members and over 35 plus $1 million in sales. And it was because of one thing and one thing only. It was the product was the hero. The product was the hero. The leadership recognized it and they went out there and they shared it with everyone. So it wasn't Tuan and Van that became the power. So I want you guys to know that this is a call for you to look at this opportunity and look at these products. I want you to understand that we're not superstars. We don't have numbers that you look at and say, oh my gosh, there's no way I can hit that. We want you guys to understand that all of this stem from less than 20 recruits that we personally brought into the business. And some of them are just product users, never want to touch the business. They just wanted the product. And because of the systems that are in place, you guys have incredible leadership. If you decide to join any organization under Olynation, the organization is dialed in and knows exactly how to share these products and build these businesses. But I hope you guys understand, I don't want to define that number for you guys of what your income looks like and what you think is powerful for you, because I think everybody has the right to decide what success looks like. But I can tell you guys that in less than 12 months, but over 20 years in the making, because I don't want to give false expectation that this happened in 11 months, but we've been 20 plus years in this industry. But in 11 months with Ollie Life, we did earn out over $1 million in income. And you guys saw the numbers of what that took. And it was possible not because Tuan and Van were the superstars. It was possible because you have a winning concept with these products. And there are so many testimonials of satisfied consumers, satisfied people using these devices on a daily basis, transforming their wellness. So I don't know. I don't want to leave it to you.
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I was looking at the time and I, wanted to not extend it too long. I think we had an amazing overview that Anna was able to conduct. And of course, Luigi and Matt and JR, every single person here was able to actually take a moment and be able to share their portion of what they believe is what makes this entire all the pieces of the puzzle turn into this big picture, because that's what we're working on. We're working on a very, very big picture here. And you're not doing it alone. You're with a team of people that, as you can tell, are very passionate about being able to be part of this crusade. And as cliche as it sounds, we are definitely on a mission, because when you represent a product that actually really empowers people, it really gives people a total body wellness. It gives them an experience that you don't have to explain, that they can just use it themselves and feel it for themselves. And then the stories that do come in, and every story is different, right? Results may vary, but when the stories do come in, they are very impactful. They're very powerful. And you'll notice that we don't really talk a whole lot of money. Although there's a tremendous amount of money to be made, we really hang on to the product. So if you're new, I would say make sure that if the person is sharing with you, they live very far away. If this was enough for you to actually say, hey, look, I've seen enough. I want to order one device for myself. Go for it. You're gonna love it. If the person showed to you is local to you, and you said, hey, you know what, I like it. Hey, is there a way I could try it? Go meet up with them. But to be honest with you, just like Van and myself, we it was tough for us, to be honest with you. We were resistant of using the product. We were introduced it back in 2023, and we didn't really take enough time to research on it. We were shown it the wrong way, and we weren't explained or educated about it the way how you are being experienced or being educated about it. But it wasn't until a very good friend of ours sat us down, just like you're being sat down to shown this information. And when he finally sat us down and showed us the power behind these devices, it took us a while. We researched, we did all the same stuff that you're doing right now. But when the stories were coming in and we started seeing how it was impacting people's lives, we couldn't deny how powerful this product really was. And because there's a powerful product, this is the reason why, there's a powerful opportunity being presented to you. So, I mean, Van and I, we just want to keep it really simple for you guys. We're very excited. We're humbled to be here. We're just very fortunate to be hopefully a small item that's part of moving this entire movement, and we're thankful to be part of this whole entire thing with you guys. So with that, we're gonna pass it back to Luigi. Thank you so much, and Vanna, we appreciate all you guys for being on here listening today. Oh, you're on mute, by the way, Luigi.
He was talking it up.
Wait a second here, Tuan. You're not going away right away. We're going to have you till the end. First of all, no, don't spotlight me. I want everybody to be on camera. Uh, what I want to do is, first of all, I want you to talk about your beautiful event in California that you did. But what's the next beautiful event that Holy Nation is going to be hosting?
Guys, I mean, there's many events, and what I love about Luigi and what he said was, you're right. The next event, guys, we love that you guys are branching off and creating it. So the next event is going to be in the Gold Coast, down under in Australia, with Anna and Asher as the hosts. We're excited. We're definitely going to be there. You guys can get your tickets on olynation.team under events. Click on it. They already have the location, the date. It's going to be at the QT Hotel. When we tell people, every person has said that is an incredible hotel. So, guys, the event, the location is going to be amazing. We're going to be excited. But Tuan and I are actually more excited that we won't be hosting it and we get to enjoy the content. So we get to
Oh,
be in the audience watching all of you guys shine, because when I tell you that the proudest thing for Tuan and I to witness is John Maxwell said this one time on an audio. I think he was doing a podcast or something, but he said the greatest compliment to any mentor should be that you would want other people to grow bigger and better than you. And for us, we want to see that for every single one of you guys, is that we don't want to be the it. We don't want to be the, oh, it's the Tuan band. No, we want everybody else to outrank us, out earn us, outproduce us, outshine us, because that's the greatest compliment that Tuan and I could ever receive, that there was a system developed that didn't depend on Tuan and Ban. It depended on you, your hard work, and your dedication. And so Ollie Nation is going to Australia on March 13th, 2027. There is so much room to build into this, guys. We encourage you, go get your tickets now. Register, because the moment you commit, you purchase the ticket, you've already made up your mind that you are now focused on building towards Australia. And there's something about the moment you buy that ticket, you've committed yourself in, and every decision that you make moving forward will now support the goal that you have in mind. Because you can say, I'm going to go, I'm planning on going, I'm thinking about going. But guys, you guys already know that if you don't have a date and you don't have a commitment, then all it really is just a dream. You got to be able to put money in the game, commit yourself, set it in, and say, I am building towards Australia in March of 2027. And you are going to start to realize that the energy that you put out to the universe will start attracting the people. And you're going to start asking the questions, who do you know in Australia? Because, guys, they are officially starting shipment within Australia at the beginning of August, test piloting, which is powerful. So you got to move where the energy is at. And so we encourage you guys, if you are committed to growing a global business, make that commitment, purchase the ticket, and go to the Australia Ollie Nation event. Because the one thing that I said earlier was, really, there's not one person in that room that did training that I can pinpoint and say was powerful, because all of them were. Everything was amazing. You got to see the realness of the leadership and how they do their business. And then you got to hear from practitioners talking about the power of our devices. But I think the most important thing that everybody got out of it was, like I said, the energy shift of realizing that we were all on the same mission. Didn't matter our background and our experiences or lack of. It truly came together because of the energy. And so we want to continue that on and allow you guys to experience what we all witnessed in Anaheim a few weeks back. So
Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We're 7 months away from there. I know some of you might be thinking, oh, well, I have 7 months from now. I'll plan for it later on. I'm telling you, just like what Van said, make a decision early, get your ticket. It's very inexpensive, and you have the opportunity to be able to make a decision now. Think of a few different people that you can actually share it with. And I'm telling you, the people who came out to Anaheim and the ones that not only came out, powerful, but the ones that came out and brought a few people with them, their business is really on fire because every single person really caught how big this company really is, how powerful these products are, and how these products are truly changing lives. So, guys, we're very excited. Make sure you get your tickets, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Van and Tuan, you know what? We'll announce something else here. Like when we go to Anaheim, when we go to California, and you're going to close the call, Anna. But when we go to Australia, first of all, thank you for everything you're doing. All right, Van and Tuan, even though you try to stay humble, you're a big part of all of our success. Oli Nation, what Jason is doing too, like Whitman did, Whitman Media. So it's like everything is working together as a synergy. All right. So there's not one way or the other way. It's really a big, it's like a big bulldozer just plowing down. And it's like a ball going down a hill. You can't stop it anymore. That's where we are right now in this company. Nothing can stop us. There's no way. Even if they try to badmouth us or say anything, it won't work. It's like it's become too big. It's too big to stop now. But without that saying, I'd like to, from all of us, thank you both very much because we're all very important to the success of everyone on this call and to everyone watching this call too, whether you're M1s, M2s, M3s, doesn't matter, or whether you just got your first sign up, or whether you just got your first tier bonus. It doesn't matter. That's the beautiful thing about being in Holy Life. But with that said, Anna, I'm going to let you close out. Oh, yeah, yeah. What I wanted to say is maybe just this. You know what we might do for the Australia event, Tuan? Well, we might launch a little promotion where if you are M2s and above, we'll see what rank there. They'll get to have a private supper with Tuan, Van, me, Paul, and Anna. We'll have you'll have to earn that like top supper to come with us. What do you think of that idea? Does that make sense? Hey, you like that? He says yes.
Yes.
Sounds
We
good.
want
I mean,
in.
hey, Luigi's treat. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Of course.
I love filet
JR will
mignon
make
and
sure of
lobster
it.
crab.
This call was absolutely amazing. It was a dream in the making. Luigi, I don't know how you pull it off every time. You just know how to just bring the magic. And today, bringing Van and Tuan into the space. Guys, this is a dream come true for so many people on this call to finally find a home that we feel not only safe to build a legacy for our families, but that we are so excited every day to build alongside leadership like Van and Tuan. You guys are so humble, but let it be completely known that the transmission of leadership that you send through this entire globe, the entire team, I mean, we are the biggest movement happening right now in the West, is a culture that you guys are leading, and that is humble, and that is family, and that is truth and integrity. We play well together. I have never seen, and we must forever fight for that, because that flavor of magnetizing, it's a frequency. It's not just in the technology, it's who we get to become. And this is finally the place where thousands of people can just trust that they can become who they were born to be. And you guys know I get so excited about this because I'm driven by purpose, and that we all become who we're destined to be, make the impact that we're here to make. We needed a vehicle. We needed a place where we could all shine. And that, what you said, Matt, you want to be at the back of the room with your team on the stage. Well, Asher and I might be hosting, but we want everybody on this call to be on that stage, to shine your light, because for someone out there, you really are the only person that they will hear. So please, please, whatever you do at the end of this call, take that energy and frequency and get out there and just keep on sharing the gift that you could feel here today, because we're growing, and it's gonna grow with or without us. Let's be part of that story. Let's make history together. Everyone's nodding their head, loving hearts. I wish we could see everybody on the call right now, but I know that we are one. I know that we are one family. Finally, we have it all in one frequency. With that, guys, thank you so much for everyone that shared. JR, amazing. Matt, your intros. Luigi, always and forever grateful for you stepping out courageously. And I just want to say it's never been easier to share this opportunity, because these guys, Van and Tuan, have produced the most amazing short videos that right now you can send out to at least 10 people right now, and it tells the story. You don't have to do anything. You just share it out there, because we have the most amazing tools we could ever have dreamed of. So thank you to you guys again for everything that you do and all that you are. From me, over and out.
Thank you guys. Talk soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.